Oh, hello there. Hey everybody, Argent here, and it's been a little while since I last made clickbait, so it's time for some more clickbait because I love those views and I love those YouTube ad revenue dollars. But yeah, so I figured it's about time to check in and see what's going on with our friend Darkside Phil. Some stuff has happened, not a lot has happened since he broke up with Leanna, and that's partially I haven't done a video on him in a while because on one hand, I'm just kind of waiting. I was waiting for something to happen because things were kind of quiet there for a while. So there was that reason why I hadn't really been doing more. There was also just kind of the issue in general that I just don't want to make my channel about Darkside Phil, so I've just kind of been trying to do some other stuff. There's a bunch more sci-fi pulsi that came out, and just some other things in general. I'm just trying to get this. I've got a chat box now. Yeah, it is partially because it's clickbait. It's also just because it's I don't know. People like it, and if my fans, the people who like me and support me, like something I do, I'm gonna give them what they want. People say that they enjoy it, so. For those of you, those 5 of you who wanted more Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth, I will unrage quit it. I'll go back to it. I was just tired yesterday, and when the game crashed, I just kind of snapped. But don't worry, that's not dead. I will get back to that at some point. So we're gonna be talking a bit about. I haven't really figured out how to get the chat to work properly. But it is what it is. At least, I think you can kind of read it. What was I thinking of again? I'm kind of rambling here. But yeah, so let's just look at what's been happening in the world of the dark side in the last month or so. So for a while post Leanna, there wasn't a lot going on. He was just kind of being quiet and working. And then what came up was the whole Atlas copy strike debacle. Now, to be fair, I'm actually on his side on this one. And we'll get into this in a minute, but I think it was bullshit. I'm just going to cover this for completionist's sake.
What is going on, everyone? DSP here, and I certainly didn't want to be making this video tonight. It's already past 10:30 p.m.
Yeah, well, you got views for it.
My voice is shot from streaming all day.
Oh, Muffin.
That I've had really bad, but I feel I have to make this video because
Muffin. Oh.
Right now, in regards to my YouTube channel, DSP Gaming. It's a horrible situation regarding the publisher, Atlas, and my gameplay through Persona 5, and it's so flabbergasted.
Okay, I just want to make a comment on what Savage Lars said. I'm just covering this for completion's sake, just because I'm doing an update video. But personally, I'm actually on Phil's side on this one. The whole thing was bullshit. Atlas fucked him. Let's go through it. And let's see how much drama there is.
That what's going on is happening. That
why is it shocking? This thing, like, he always acts like it's some sort of like surprise when these things happen, and the same thing happens to him constantly.
Basically, no matter what the situation is, it's bad news for various reasons, which I'm going to talk about. So you may be saying, well, what happened? Today I received a copyright strike against DSP Gaming, not a claim. Like, for example, a content ID claim where they take ad revenue or not blocking the video or muting it, an actual copyright strike against DSP Gaming in regards to a takedown notice for 2 videos in my over 300-part playthrough of Persona 5. You absolutely must know the videos in question were parts 307 and 325. Now you may say, well, gee, I wonder, what were those parts? Well, first of all, Phil, did you go past the publicly listed requirements that Atlas put on the internet on their own blog site saying you cannot go past November 19th in game because they don't want you to do that. If you do, there's a risk of copyright strikes. No, my playthrough is still in October, so I'm not even in the month of November yet, so I did not violate Atlas's requirements about streaming or doing a let's play of their game, okay? Now, just for the sake of argument, you might say, well, Phil, are these videos in question critical plot spoilers or big boss fights from late game bosses? No. In fact, if you look them up, you can't now, of course, you can't, but I can still see the titles and everything. The 2 videos in question, parts 307 and 325, are me fusing personas in the Velvet Room. Yeah, that's it. It's me fusing personas in the Velvet Room. No plot, no gameplay whatsoever, just fusing of personas. That's it. There's nothing else in the videos. It's 10-minute videos of that.
Sorry, somebody's saying that they're having trouble hearing. Just before I continue, is the audio working? Just, I don't know. I'm just going to wait a second. Okay. So is the issue that DSP is too quiet, or I'm too quiet, or I'm just going to wait a second for people to respond. Because it's hard, because I have the audio on max. It's kind of often an issue that his volume is low. Okay. I'll try turning this up to higher and see if this works.
So it makes no sense whatsoever.
There, is that any better?
So what is going on is the question. What in the holy hell is going on at Atlas, and why did this happen? Now, normally something like this, I would just brush it off and say whatever. But things have changed, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm not with Machinima anymore. I'm not. I'm with Curse.
And why aren't you with Machin anymore? Because you threw a fucking hissy fit.
Basically, don't put up with copyright strikes. So let's say, for example, that this copyright strike sticks, and I can't.
Okay, let's see here. Sorry, it's OBS.
For these videos, it doesn't make any logical sense. It doesn't benefit them. It doesn't benefit anyone. And I've
Is that working now, audio-wise?
done nothing wrong per their publicly listed criteria that they put up for people to play their game in a Let's Play setting.
Okay, well, we're going to go back a couple seconds. And then
That's it. It's me fusing personas in the Velvet Room. No plot, no gameplay whatsoever, just fusing of personas. That's it. There's nothing else in the videos. It's 10-minute videos of that. So it makes no sense whatsoever for Atlas to have particularly targeted my two videos and giving me a copyright strike. Another thing, not a content ID after I take a copyright strike for these videos. It doesn't make any logical sense. It doesn't benefit them. It doesn't benefit anyone. And I've done nothing wrong per their publicly listed criteria that they put up for people to play their game in a Let's Play setting.
Okay, so let's just briefly analyze this. Sorry about the audio. OBS can be kind of difficult just because I can't really hear what it sounds like on my end. Because if I put it on, then it goes into desktop audio. And then then I get an infinite loop back. Yeah, but so what Phil's saying here is basically what happened is he got copyright strikes on 2 of the videos from his playthrough of Persona 5. So Atlas, it's kind of complicated how it works. There's content ID matches and then there's copyright strikes. Content ID matches happen automatically. Basically, the YouTube computer goes through and the YouTube computer will select your videos and say, oh, this has a frame in it that resembles a frame in something else. And then the person claims that video and they take the revenue from it. Now, that system is pretty broken, but generally speaking, all that impacts is that takes away your ability to monetize that particular video. So, I mean, that's a bitch, and that's really annoying, but it's only taking away your ability to monetize one video. Now, what a copyright strike is, someone manually goes and files it. They say, you actively are breaking copyright. You're at, like what I'm doing right now. You're actively breaking copyright. You are using my thing in a way that violates fair use laws. So, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. And what happens if you get a copyright strike is it disables a bunch of shit on your channel. I had gotten a copyright strike 2 years ago when I did my review of Dracula Untold. Like most of my reviews, because I'm lazy, it was just a still image of the movie poster with me talking over it. And whoever it was, Sony or whoever, did a copyright strike and was like, Argent, you stole, this is illegal. This review, this positive review nonetheless of our movie is completely illegal and you have no right to make a movie review. And so it shut down my ability to stream. It shut down my ability to do all kinds of stuff for like a lengthy period of time. I mean, it's copyright strikes are bullshit. So like what I'm trying to say here is I actually agree with Phil. In general, the system is completely and totally broken. Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, bizarrely, like, I actually agree with Phil. This is one of the few things I pretty consistently agreed with him on, that copyright strikes are bullshit. It's just, yeah. But yeah, so the thing was there's a big controversy involving... Sorry, just to finish off my story. I was just distracted playing with OBS. To finish my story, so kind of what the issue was with Dracula Untold is I had to go in and manually file a counterclaim, and Sony waited to the last minute to release it. So it wound up disabling my streaming for like 2 or 3 months, and it disabled just a whole bunch of shit. I couldn't upload longer videos. Copyright strikes are horrible. They are a bitch. I also had one filed on my review of Despicable Me 2, and I just gave up and deleted that video. So it's a broken system. I get maybe claiming some of the revenue on the video, but it's the other issue is just they aren't really applied evenly. Like, if Atlas was taking the perspective that it's so wrong and so illegal to use any footage of their game, then they would have struck all his videos, and they'd strike every video of everyone doing it, but it isn't. They just arbitrarily do it. And in this case, they picked 2 videos that had like nothing to do with the plot. So what kind of had happened was when Persona 5 came out, is Atlas didn't want the boss fights and story to be spoiled. So if you played the Persona games, they take place over a period of time, normally a year or so. And they had said you could only stream up to this date. And then later on it said, no, you can only stream up to this date. And just the timeline kept kind of shifting a bit as time went on. And Atlas had basically said, if you stay within the guidelines we've set, we will not issue copyright strikes against anybody. And that was thought to be what they were going to hold to, but yeah, they didn't. So they false flagged.
So what is going on?
So
is the question. What in the holy hell is going on at Atlas, and why did this happen? Now, normally something like this, I'll just brush it off and say whatever. But things have changed, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm not with Machinima anymore. I'm not.
Yeah, and why aren't you with Machinima anymore? Because you threw a fucking hissy fit.
I'm with Curse. And if you're not aware, ladies and gentlemen, partnership networks, unless you're a managed partnership, basically don't put up with copyright strikes. So let's say, for example, that this copyright strike sticks and I can't get it removed from DSP Gaming right away. Curse might drop me, which means no more ads on my videos on DSP Gaming, or I have to go back to my personal AdSense, which, as I told you guys a few months ago, when I tried to do that, a personal AdSense on DSP Gaming, I was making, I'm not even exaggerating, about half as much as what I make on ad revenue when I'm with a partner network like Curse. So I wouldn't be, again, I'd be in financial crisis again. It's like every time I get out of it, if you haven't noticed the past month, I've been good. I haven't been telling you, oh God, I'm desperate, I don't know what I'm gonna do. No, things will be good between the ad revenue I'm making on YouTube right now and the money I'm making on Twitch. I'm good. I can pay my bills. I'm able to keep doing this as a job and everything's going good. Now all of a sudden, another possible crisis, because if Curse drops me, I don't know what I'm going to do. There's very few other partnership networks out there that would probably be willing to pick me up, and if they are, they're going to pay less.
Nope, none would be able to pick him up. There's no other networks. I mean, this is such bullshit. DSP does still get 2 million views a month. I mean, there are partnerships that'll hand out contracts like candy. Now, Curse is actually a good partnership network. Most people who like it, who are with it, like it. But, and this is just kind of part of the bullshit of Phil at the moment, is every time anything slightly goes wrong, he makes these fucking drama vlogs and yells about how it's the end of the world. Does everyone remember when, what was it again that happened? Oh, when that whole bullshit happened where he demonetized, I like your side chat in your streams, by the way. It'll make your Q&As make more sense. Yeah, I finally got the agency to figure this out. OBS is pretty godlike, TBH. It's better than like any paid software that does the same thing, but I'm gradually learning. But yeah, so what was I saying again? I was talking about Dark Side Phil. I was talking about... Yeah, so when he demonetized his channel through that whole AdSense bullshit, which we won't go into because none of that made any sense. Okay, by the way, people, I am running this at 120% speed just because I want to get through this faster. It is admittedly humorous because it makes him even more manic and crazy sounding than normal. But, yeah, so... He had demonetized his channel, and he did a panic vlog, and he's like, this is the end of DSP Gaming, this is the end of me, I need your money now. And then he fixed the issue, like, the next day. And he was like, there's nothing I can do, it's the end, but apparently there was something he could do, and it was immediately resolved. And this is, like, another case of this basically happening. Yeah. It's a copyright strike, and he's even gonna say it's probably gonna get carried out, but he has to make this panic video.
Curse, and again, it's gonna be a big rigmarole of me trying to get in with another partner network that I don't want to bother with. I'm happy with Curse, and this is bullshit that I got a copyright strike for.
So happy with Curse that he left because some 21-year-old kid honey dicked him.
No reason from literally no logical sense. Even legally, it doesn't make sense. They put up what they allow, yet then they went back on their word and gave me a copyright strike. Something doesn't jive here, okay? So, obviously, I'm alarmed, all right? Now, what have I done on my end, and then why is this a really bad news for everyone out there? I'll tell you in a moment, all right? First of all, what have I done on my end? Well, number one, I immediately served counter notice on both videos. I went back and I said, no, this is not legit. Here's the link to where Atlas says this is their criteria. These videos are in line with their criteria. Therefore, they cannot issue copyright strikes legally against these videos. This needs to be reversed immediately. So those counter notices already went out against the videos immediately. Now, if Atlas 1 responds and says, okay, you're right, then they remove it, then I'm good. Number two, if they don't respond, I believe it's a 2-week period they have. If they don't respond within 2 weeks, then again, it automatically gets removed. All right, so that's good. Chances are, more than likely, Atlas is going to basically reverse whatever this was. But if they don't, right, and there's a few things that could happen. Number one, they might even start a legal process to sue me. Do you really think that's going to happen for a couple little rinky-dink YouTube fucking videos that have a few hundred views on them? I don't think so. I don't think they're going to go to court and spend thousands of dollars. So I think this is just a case of them kind of doing some bullshit. I don't know how this happened, okay?
No, it's true, and from my understanding of how it works, if you copyright strike with no intention to... If you copyright strike with no intention to sue, then that means the whole thing was bullshit. So it's like they have to do something about it. Copyright laws are just... They're a clusterfuck. It's the Wild West. Like, I can understand... Okay, like, here's my thing. If game companies want to say that streaming video game footage is illegal and you can't do it, that's like, okay, that's the decision they make. But they can't do this thing where it's sometimes legal, it's sometimes illegal, and it's completely arbitrary what is and what isn't. And I know we can make fun of Phil and we can make fun of a lot of people, but there are a lot of people who do make their living this way. And it's bullshit. So, yeah.
So more than likely this is going to get reversed, I hope. Because if it doesn't, all right, and this strike sticks, I'm screwed. But let's hope, fingers crossed, that this does get reversed within the next 2 weeks and then there's no issues, all right? Number two, I already contacted Curse ahead of time. I let them know the situation, how it's...
By the way, this is June 22nd. We're just going through these things in order.
Complete bogus bullshit, and told them I hope that it gets resolved, and if there's any other information they need or if they could work with Atlas, that would be great, because I certainly don't have personal contacts at Atlas that I could talk with. Number three, I wrote YouTube, because I actually have a support line for DSP Gaming because it's such a big YouTube channel. I have a direct support line with YouTube, and I wrote them a notice saying, I don't know what gives, how could this be legitimate, because here's their guidelines, it seems like bogus stuff, can you look into it? So I got YouTube hopefully looking into it, and in the meantime, unfortunately, what I had to do was I had to make the entire
Okay, so here's another thing that just a side note. DSP's Persona 5 playthrough was 330 fucking parts, and he wasn't even at, like, whatever the cutout date was. Like, the cutoff date was, I forget what it was, but he hadn't reached it. And his game was fucking 300 parts long. Like, I can't even imagine how long it was. That must be, like, fucking days of gameplay. Who knows? Maybe he was up to, like, 50 or 60 hours. And he expects people to just sit there and watch that. He's expecting people to watch like a 60, 70 hour fucking playthrough. Yeah.
Persona 5 playthrough private. So I'm sorry, everyone. If you weren't caught up on Persona 5, if you didn't even start watching it, it's gone. There's nothing I can do about it. Until this is resolved,
nothing
there's no
I could
way
do.
that I could have my...
Yes, he said nothing I could do. That just made my night.
Persona 5 playthrough live, because then they could strike more videos. And they give me more copyright strikes and shut me down, which would be the end of everything. Okay?
The end of everything.
I obviously can't have that. So this sucks, all right? Now, the other thing I did is, as of right now, I'm announcing this. I already said it on Twitter.
I love this. If these copyright strikes go through, and then some more copyright strikes go through, then maybe it might be the end of everything. The world might be destroyed.
The Persona 5 playthrough is over at this point. It seems like Atlas is never going to lift their ban of the November 19th deadline anyway. At least they haven't, and it's now been, what, over 2 months since the game released, so who knows? But the thing is, even if they do, I can't trust them, because this seems legitimate that they did this to me, and who's to say that even though the guy who posts the blog is of one mentality, that they're not still going to issue me copyright strikes. So sadly, ladies and gentlemen...
Okay, he is right, because Atlas did say that you can... Well, no, I mean, like Atlas said, okay, if you don't, you can do whatever you want before this date. So he was following what they said for once. So yeah, I agree with him. Like, it sucks that he has to take it down, and it sucks that he can't play the game anymore. But I do actually agree with DSP on this one.
The Persona 5 playthrough is over, which is a shame because I love the game, and I'll tell you right now, it was going to be in my Game of the Year contenders for the year. At least as of right now, it was definitely in the running for the top 10. And now, I can't even talk about it in my top 10 because I might get a copyright strike against my fucking video if I put any kind of content of Persona 5 in a video. So what the fuck gives? What is going on here with Atlas? It makes no sense. It's completely nonsensical, okay? So, this is all bad news all around, right? No more Persona 5 playthrough. By the way, I'm not going to play any more games from Atlas ever again. I just have to adhere to my guns now, and that sucks as thing. Persona 4, 3, 5, Persona 4 Arena, Catherine, and other games they've published too. I've played other Atlas published games over the years. Typically, they usually are those JRPG / very Japanese-centric, Japanese culture-like games. So they're all kind of the same kind of game, but it sucks. I've done really good playthroughs of Atlas games before. But if they're just willy-nilly going to do shit like this and think that it's not a big deal and just give copyright strikes against people, I can't risk it. I just can't do it anymore. So sadly, Atlas is off the table, okay? Now, some people are saying, well, Phil, you're overreacting. How is this an overreaction? If I lose my partnership with Curse on DSP Gaming, I'm dead in the water again. And now I really don't know what I'm going to do because who else am I going to go to? Like I said, there's maybe 1 or 2 other partnership networks I could look to go to who are going to pay less, and who knows if they're even going to partner me. If not, I have to go with AdSense, which pays 50% less than any partnership network, and I'm not going to be able to pay my bills again. You're going to hear me again constantly every day asking for donations and everything. You know, I mean, yes, I do a little plug segment every day, but, you know, remember back in February, March, April, I was desperate. I didn't even know if I was going to be able to pay my basic bills moving forward.
Pay my bills. I gotta pay my bills. Let's see here.
Or because of all the bullshit that was going on. And let me tell you, I really enjoyed doing these daily live streams and the method that I'm doing them now. I really enjoy doing this the way I've been doing it. This year, I've loved doing the job more than the past, like, 3 years. No lie. It's actually been a lot better, in my opinion, a lot more positive.
Oh, yeah. It's been more positive. Begging constantly has been positive. Doing drama videos every 2 weeks has been positive.
And I'm even toughing through allergies and everything to keep bringing you content. Yeah. Obviously, I love it, right?
Why doesn't Phil get an air filter? I mean, you can get them. They aren't that expensive. I mean, there was a video. You know what? We're gonna have a field trip.
I don't want this to go away because of bullshit from Atlas telling.
Okay, so I think that pretty much covers this. I'm pretty sure that this all got resolved pretty quickly. So let's see. I'm just gonna this is gonna fucking shock you that this actually happened. So we're just gonna watch.
Today I'm late by about an hour. All right. But for good reason, and I'll explain why right now, because I know a lot of people, that's the topic on their minds, is why is Phil late again? He was actually on time for a single day, and now he's late.
You're
again.
not going to believe this. This is a new low.
Well, as you know, and as you could hear, I've been suffering pretty bad allergies recently. And, you know, it is what it is. I suffer them every year. Usually, I actually get allergies in around April-ish. And this year, I didn't get them, which was very bizarre. I was like, gee, why am I not getting my allergies? And now today, this month, June, it slammed me. It slammed me about 2 weeks ago. Really bad allergies, because the pollen count went crazy in the state of Washington. For whatever reason, the pollen went nuts in June this year.
The pollen count?
Abnormal.
What
Usually
the fuck is
earlier.
the pollen count?
But anyway, yeah, my allergies are killing me. It's not being sick, by the way, and I hate things people say, oh, Phil's sick. No, I'm not. I don't actually feel like physically run down. I don't have a fever. I don't have a sore throat. It's just that my sinuses are congested and my throat's all swollen up because it's allergies. It's allergy season. Lots of people suffer from this, okay? If you don't know about allergies, I recommend that you use some of your free...
Okay, now, I don't know if anybody ever notices, but I have pretty bad allergies too. So I do frequently clear my throat and probably snort a bit. I do try to, like, cover my mouth or just make it quiet. Phil makes no attempt to, like, cough or put his hand in front of his face or anything. It's like he makes it as loud as physically possible.
Time to research them on the internet. It's a very common occurrence. Apparently some people think it's like something that doesn't exist, and then I'm like sick or something, and I'm getting, you know, you're out of your mind. People with their conspiracy theories.
Sorry, it's a conspiracy theory that people think that he's getting sick?
So here's the deal. I've been suffering pretty bad, and I've been taking medicine and everything. Nothing seems to be to work. Every morning I still wake up all gunked up, and then it usually takes a few hours. I take some medicine, it takes a few hours, and I clear up again. But as you've heard, my voice has been, you know, hoarse and everything, and I'm like, I gotta do something. I have to take drastic measures to fix this, okay? So last night, and this is not an exaggeration, this literally happened. Last night, I am, you know, after, you know, working 2 streams and all that, getting all the videos uploaded, I'm sitting on my couch, I'm relaxing, I'm watching SmackDown, and SmackDown ends, and I erupt into a sneezing fit. I mean, I'm just like sneezing and sneezing and sneezing. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm so tired of this. Seriously. And it's very frustrating, okay? Very frustrating. And I'm like, I gotta do something. I gotta take drastic measures.
Drastic
like, you know
measures. What? Okay, guys. I'm just gonna pause for a second. What do you guys think drastic measures is gonna be? Everybody post the chat. What do you think drastic measures is going to be to deal with his snorting and clearing his throat? So I'm just going to give you guys like 30 seconds. Let me know what you think he's going to say. Jerking off. Okay, that could help allergies. All right. Okay. Drastic measures be the final solution to the DSP question.
At this point, I realize
body.
I need to do something, and
I think what DSP is going to do is he's going to use his mastery of time to transfer his mind to a body in another like space-time place. He's going to get into this like cone-shaped thing that kind of looks like a lobster, and then he's going to transfer his mind from that into a beetle in the post-human Earth after the old ones have destroyed it. That's what I think drastic measures.
It's time to stop being lazy. So I grabbed a giant new roll of paper towels. I grabbed 2 kinds of surface and glass cleaners, and I got to work. And I'm not even kidding. I cleaned my top floor of my house for about almost 4 hours last night. I had enough. I had enough of this shit. I was like, enough. I just can't take this anymore. It's driving me absolutely insane.
I love how he says it like it's a mystery. It's a mystery. It's enough. I can't take it anymore. I can't take. Okay, if people were wondering, that was a reference to the Great Race of Yith in yes, that is an H.P. Lovecraft reference. But yeah, so it's like it's a mystery. He's like, I can't take it. I can't take it. It's like it's something that's happening to him. Like it's just like it's the mystery that Scooby-Doo couldn't solve. His health is fucking filthy. Filthy. He's just like
insane. Now, I'm gonna be honest with everyone, because I am, and it is kind of embarrassing, but I've never really given this house a top-down cleaning. Since I moved here, I did clean it 2 major times. And I mean that as both times that my parents were going to visit. Once was the Christmas 2015, and once was 2014, and then once was June of 2016, when my parents visited both times. But what I cleaned was I cleaned the bathrooms, I cleaned the kitchen, I cleaned the stairwell. I basically cleaned all the general areas that I knew my parents would be.
Sorry, I have to go back, guys. Okay. Sorry, I was laughing too hard.
When my parents visited both times, but what I cleaned was I cleaned the bathrooms, I cleaned the kitchen, I cleaned the stairwell. I basically cleaned all the general areas that I knew my parents would be in, okay? But I am not a duster. Let's put it that way. I am not a duster at all. At all. And, it builds up. Oh my God, does it build up, man. It really does. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. How bad it was. The windowsills, every flat surface you could think of,
Yeah, I know I have a hyena, really high-pitched laugh. I inherited that from my father, actually. Jolly Crocodile is saying, I am not a duster. This is like a fucking mystery to him. He's like, geez, I haven't cleaned my house in 4 years. What kind of fucking, asshole doesn't clean his house on a regular basis? I mean, if this dude, you don't have to clean it, every week. I mean, you don't. You just have to clean it, every now and again. Okay, here's what I do. I vacuum my house every week. I vacuum all the floors in my house. I try to clean the bathroom once a week. I only like dust, maybe, I don't know, every couple months. Shelves and that kind of thing doesn't really get dirty that quickly. Really, all you have to do is just, vacuum. If he just vacuumed with, an attachment and just, I can't believe I'm having to say this, but just run the fucking vacuum over the floor. Lint and dirt and shit tends to accumulate around your desk because it comes off of your feet and clothing. So you just take the hose, you just go under there, and it cleans it up. And then maybe a couple times a year, maybe 4 or 5 times a year, you just go and you wipe down the surfaces of your stuff. And that's all you have to do. And you know what else he could get is he could get an air filter. Air filters aren't that expensive. Just run an air filter, and that'll take some of the shell. He's just so fucking retarded. Air filters aren't expensive. You can go get one at Factory Direct for, I don't know, $50-$60 and it'll work fine. I have one in my room. It's ionic, actually. It uses electricity to trap the dust, so it doesn't even require changing the filters more than once every 3 years. So yeah,
just looking at my office here, okay.
Oh, and sorry, just a side note, this dude, okay, I want you guys to understand, this dude never leaves his fucking house. There's no excuse. If you're someone who works 50-60 hours 50-60 hours a week, and you commute an hour or two a day after that, then maybe you can be I'm just fucking tired, and you're forgiven for having your house in kind of a shitty state. But he lives there.
Desk directly in front of me where my laptop and all my equipment sits. Obviously my PC itself, the computer desk over there, and the monitors and all that shit. The windowsill, the air conditioner, the top of my file cabinet, and oh my God, my entertainment center. Ooh. That was absolutely disgusting. Okay?
Absolutely disgusting.
That was absolutely gross. All right? So much dirt and dust built up, especially on the gaming consoles themselves. I mean, there was a layer of fucking filth on top of it. But not only did I do the office, I did the bathroom out in the hallway. I did my bedroom. My bedroom, because I got the dressers and the windowsill and everything. And basically it took a ton of time. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I have to pause again. Okay, so someone, Carlton Banks mentions the BMW. Okay, so DSP's fucking BMW, he drove 13,000 miles on in 4 years. 13,000 miles. My parents have put in like 100,000 or 200,000 kilometers. Think about this for a minute. This guy was spending hundreds of dollars a month on a luxury car that he barely drove. $13,000, 13,000 miles. Like, what the fuck? And then he's like, I have to get like, and he never took it for an oil change. It's
a ton, and it was worth it though, because I needed to do it. The bottom line is I'm making a new start here, right? I'm single. I'm kind of starting, not really starting over, but it's kind of like hitting the reset button and going back to the way I was when I was single in Connecticut. And even though in Connecticut, I'll be honest too, I also wasn't...
Like, the 16,000 miles boggles the mind. Because it's like, if you're just driving, like, normally... okay, Argent, I think DSP was leasing the BMW for $300 a month. He said it a long time ago. Okay, good, thank you. If someone could just clarify, I think he said 16,000 miles. It was something like that. It was like virtually nothing. But it's like anyone who uses their car in like a semi-daily, like even if you drive 5 to 10 minutes to work, you'd still rack up more than that. Like, even if you're going to the store, like, I don't understand how it's even possible. He literally must just use his car to go down the street to buy fast food for DSP Tries It. Like, I don't know. So, if someone wants to... okay.
Much of a duster, it really wasn't a huge deal because I had a small place. So having a small place, okay, it's a little bit of dust. Oh, every once in a while I clean it, takes 5 minutes. Here I got a big ass house, it takes forever. So
it's a mystery.
I basically, oh, excuse me.
It's a mystery.
I cleaned the living shit.
Like, what the fuck is up with his belching? I mean, I burp. I admit I have indigestion problems. He can't even, like, try to stifle it. He can't even put his head over it. He just doesn't give a shit.
Out of my top floor. Now, that was just surface cleaning. That wasn't even, like, I didn't vacuum the floors, because I couldn't, because it was late night. Imagine if I started vacuuming.
Wait a minute. He didn't vacuum the floors? He couldn't even do that?
In the middle of the night, my neighbors would be fucking pissed.
Nothing I can do.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
Nothing I can do.
So eventually what I am going to do, especially because it's, we are getting to the slower summer time, is I'm going to probably schedule a whole day here at some point where I'm going to really thoroughly clean the house from top to bottom. I'm going to vacuum everything and do all that. Because it was just surface cleaning that took me that long because there was so much to do. So yeah, that's what I did last night. Now, here's the thing. I was watching SmackDown. I got so frustrated. All right. See, or know what you're wrong, by the way. Or know what you're wrong. I live in a condo. It's actually considered a townhouse, and I'm in the middle of 2 other homes. So our walls are connected on each side, and they would hear me vacuuming, and they'd be pretty pissed off. It wouldn't be too loud, but still. Imagine if you're in the middle of the night and you're sleeping and you hear vroom, even a faint vroom, you'd be pissed. Wait, there's actually there's
nothing I can do. I can't live stream, guys. I mean, I can't vacuum. It's nighttime. There's nothing I can do. There's no other time of day that I can vacuum.
There's actually rules here that after 10 p.m. you can't be loud. Like, you can't be like, have blaring music or loud parties or whatever. So, I don't live in an individual house itself. It's a very nice townhouse style, kind of condo thing. So, so anyway, yeah, it was already
I'm not even gonna talk
like almost midnight, and I basically grabbed and cleaned and cleaned and cleaned. So finally I get done. I look at the clock. It's 4 a.m. I'm like, holy shit! I really went to town here, cleaning everything, which was good. But it was 4 friggin' a.m. and here I am, and now of course all my adrenaline is in my body because I've been physically doing work for a bunch of hours and shit.
Adrenaline was in his body.
And I'm like, okay, well now I gotta try to get to sleep. And I look at the clock and I'm like, fuck, like how am I gonna get up and be able to run a stream in like, you know, because I'd have to get up in about a little less than 6 hours then. And I knew I wasn't going to fall right to sleep. So I announced, that was when on Twitter, and I also updated the schedule and everything. I said, guys, I'm going to be late for about an hour. I'm definitely going to take a while to get to sleep here, and I don't want to promise everyone I'm going to be doing the stream at this time, and I know I'm going to be all tired out and shit, so. So, yes, ladies and gents. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. That is what happened last night, and that's why I'm late today. It's certainly not the most entertaining of stories, but it is good news, obviously. Because, you know, people have seen me do vlogs about walking around my house, and they're like, oh my god, did you see the amount of dust and shit in Phil's office? Well, now it's finally clean. And what I'm going to have to do is, you know, try to make it at least a steady schedule where at least, you know, every once in a while I do it, so that way it doesn't accumulate the way that it did. That's just the problem is, you know, when I moved in here, some 3 years ago, because now, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's now official, I have lived here for 3 years. It was actually the end of June 2014 when I moved in here. That basically, you know, I settled into a work schedule and I settled into a life schedule, but never really settled into a steady cleaning schedule. It was just like, oh, it's dirty cleaning, which doesn't always work because it's very easy to ignore dirt. Unless it's, you know, filthy gross, that's different. Like, if there's actual dirt on the fucking floor, you know, bathrooms can obviously get pretty nasty, and you gotta clean those regularly, and I do. But, you know, just regular living spaces, it's pretty easy to ignore things like dust and shit, right?
Okay, well that was very helpful and interesting. So I'm gonna do something that is going to be a painful experience for all of us, and will probably cause some people to just go into fucking comas from fright. Yes, I'm going to sing. So let's see here. What, is this not capturing properly? Oh, come the fuck on. Okay. Well, this is gonna be interesting. So, I was bored one day at work, so I decided to write a song. So this is Argent's tribute to the death of KO Games. And as I know, I'm completely tone deaf and I can't have musical accompaniment because YouTube would shut me down. So this is to Goodbye Norma Jean, or Candle in the Wind. Goodbye KO Games, although no one ever watched you at all. You made quality content back when YouTube began to crawl. They made edited videos, forced them into viewers' brains. They sneered at raw footage and added one to your name. Not so mighty, not so bad was Mighty Number 9. And who can forget the clickbait of No Man's Buy? And I wanted more reviews, but the channel's dead. You abandoned it long before the revenue ever did. Home front went viral. You could have been king of games, but you stayed at a hipster hotel. Success was the price you paid. Even when it died, the haters still hounded you, and all you had to say was, there was nothing I could do. And it seems to me you put all your effort into the most disappointing games. No one watched your countdown, and low views set in. And you could have actually tried, but it is what it is. You needed more raw gameplay after what revenue did. Goodbye KO Games, though you stopped uploading at all. Your fans made content until even that hit a wall. Goodbye KO Games, from the detractors the white coats took away, who see you for more than just jerking off on stream, more than just Dark Side Phil. And it seems to me your life was bugged like a Kojima game, never knowing which bills to pay when the views set in. And I would have liked to watch more, but you're a dick. Your playthroughs burned out long before Patreon ever did. Your business died out long before your legend ever did. Okay, there we go. That is my fucking atrocious voice. But yeah. Anyways, that is that was my attempt to write a serenade farewell of KO games, and my singing is probably just about as good as DSP's channel. Okay, so yeah, the lyrics I wrote are in the description of this video. I figured I went through the trouble of writing it, so I'd sing with my absolutely awful voice. Tone deaf, nothing you can do. Okay, so let's see here.
Now let's play the game!
So this is the death of KO Gaming.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh, this is Phil Snortbird now.
KO Gaming, because I have 2 to 3 fan submitted videos saved up and I just don't have time to edit them. As you've seen, I've been doing 1 to 2 daily streams a day, or I'm busy with other stuff, and you know, I just don't have the time to edit stuff for KO Gaming. Which consequently leads to my next point before we get to the rest of the schedule for the week. People have been saying, what's up with KO Gaming? There's nothing new on it. It's very simple, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be very matter of fact with you because I always am. I'm very upfront and honest. There's really no reason for me to spend a lot of time on that channel anymore, okay? Because of YouTube's fuck-ups, all right? Last year, before YouTube fucked up and ad revenue was really good on YouTube, I could make a few videos for KO Gaming and it would be profitable and it would make sense for me to spend hours away from gameplay and live streaming to work on the videos on that channel. As of February of 2017 up to now, not so much. Even when I'm putting out constant videos for that channel and they're getting between 5,000 to 10,000 views a pop and you know everything's good, the channel's making nothing at all because ad revenue went into the toilet on YouTube. You know, DSP Gaming actually remains profitable because I've got so many videos on that channel. I get a ton of views on that channel every day and it just accumulates. There's no way I could bring in the amount of views on KO Gaming that I do on DSP Gaming. But putting
Nothing I could do. It is what it is. By the way, shout out to Stort Burdell for creating quality content on a daily basis. Phil Stort Burdell is an absolute genius. He is a legend. So, like, there's nothing he can do, guys. He makes the videos. They don't get as many views. Ad revenue's down. What are you gonna
2, 3, 4, 5 hours of editing work into a video to submit and put out there?
To get a few thousand views, it basically needs a waste of my time. I should have been streaming or doing something else more productive with my time. And it's YouTube's fault.
DSP is so fucking high time preference. I gotta explain this in a minute.
No one's to blame but you two.
No, because everything was
no one's to blame but you. There's nothing I could do. There's nothing I could do. It's YouTube. There's nothing I can do about it.
Fine, until YouTube made everything automated on their fucking business, right? And they put ads on videos that were terrorism and racism and all kinds of shit, and advertisers got wind of it and said, no, fuck this, we're not going to put our advertisements on a completely automated site where now we get a bad rep and all our advertisement money is being dumped into worthless ads that aren't paying us money and make us look bad because they're on horrible videos, and they all pulled their advertisement revenue. And that's it. That's really the bottom line is that's it. See, the vlogging channel this year...
This takes almost no effort.
Right now, there's no editing. I'm recording this on the fly. I can upload it right away. It doesn't take up a lot of my time. If it took me 4 to 5 hours to make a weekend preview video...
I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying, I wouldn't. It's not worth it.
But for the vlogging is like this, right? But those edited videos on KO Gaming take a ton of time. Now, I'm not saying I'm dropping it completely. What I'm...
yeah, he is dropping it completely.
Saying is that's why the channel's pretty much dead. Because right now, there haven't been any really AAA major releases that people are dying to see a review for.
No one wants to see those reviews.
The few games that I have reviewed, the reviews didn't get even a lot of attention over there because no one really cared. It wasn't like, oh, Phil's reviewing one of the big bombshell games of the year. No, it's been like a fighting game here, a fighting game there, a random game here, so no one really cares, okay? And I'm not going to put hours and hours of time and effort into it.
I'm not going to do it. I can't do it.
When I know if I stream and I have fun with games and stuff that you're going to like it, I'm going to like it, and basically I'm going to be able to keep doing this you know,
Nobody likes your playthroughs. They're shit.
daily because I'm making enough money to make ends meet. That's the bottom line here is YouTube fucked up. Last year was a different situation.
YouTube
KO Gaming,
fucked up.
for what it was getting, actually was good and it was supplementary to everything. This year it's like nothing. It's like fluff and there's no reason for me to even fucking waste my time on it. So when you say, Phil, why didn't you release those fan submissions yet? That's why, because I'm not going to take an hour to 2 hours to do a quick voiceover for the beginning and edit it in, you know, everything, and then release it and nothing happens for it. Yeah.
Okay, guys, like, I just want to replay that, because this is, I was shocked when I heard this.
I'm going to be able to keep doing this, you know, daily because I'm making enough money to make ends meet. That's the bottom line here is YouTube fucked up. Last year was a different situation. KO Gaming, for what it was getting, actually was good and it was supplementary to everything. This year it's like nothing. It's like fluff and there's no reason for me to even fucking waste my time on it. So when you say, Phil, why didn't you release those fan submissions yet? That's why, because I'm not going to take an hour to 2 hours to do a quick voiceover for the beginning and edit it in, you know, everything, and then release it and nothing happens for it. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? And it sucks because all that, you know, the fan submissions just started earlier this year and then immediately the ad revenue plummeted. And
It's YouTube's fault. No one's the...
Okay, so I guys, I just want you to just understand. I'm not going to play it again, but I almost should just because it's so crazy. Excuse me. Just he is saying he's too lazy to put up reviews people sent him. People gave him free videos. They made like 7-8 hour long videos. They put hours of time into it. And they gave it to him even though he wasn't going to... It boggles the fucking mind. He's so lazy that he won't even put up stuff people sent him. Like, all he has to do is make a fucking 5-minute video. Like just record, here's the video this person sent in, guys. Let's watch it. And he's too fucking lazy to do that. I mean, this is shocking. Like, he's so lazy, he can't even post the shit that other people send him.
To blame but them for being lazy and having a fucking automated business. They're idiots.
No one's fault.
So, that being said, I wouldn't expect many reviews or anything in the near future. If anything, the next review you'll probably see over on KO Gaming, maybe a major AAA release coming out in like August. You know, August we've got big bombshells like the new Uncharted expansion, Agents of Mayhem, the next game from the makers of Saints Row, all that kind of stuff. That I'm interested in reviewing. But why am I going to review a random Nintendo game that I can't even put footage in because the Nintendo will claim the fucking profits?
You know what I mean? It's just not worth it. So that's the deal with KO Gaming. It's pretty much dead until we get to a point where I know there'll be like increased interest for stuff over there, and right now there is none. If I get a chance, I'll do it, but if not, no.
That's what I mean. Tomorrow night, Monday night, if after I film the 2 patron Q&A videos that I owe patrons, if I have some extra time, I'll throw it towards doing one of those fan submissions, but that's about it. And I know some people have been emailing me and saying, Phil, what about this idea for KO Gaming? Phil, what about this idea?
And usually I'm just not responding, and that's why. Some people are getting pissed because they're like, oh, I said Phil an idea, he didn't respond.
Dude, that's what I mean. Look at where all my time and effort is going. It's not on KO Gaming, and there's no reason for me to focus there.
And it's YouTube's fault. Okay?
It's YouTube's fault that I'm a lazy fuck.
I may belch loudly many times during the stream. See?
I'm finally getting to see the results of the days when I was playing ARMS this weekend, Friday and Saturday. The results are coming.
Okay. So, this is KO Gaming. So, this is... I kind of wanted to do a video just on this, but I didn't have enough to justify doing a DSP video. So, here's my issue with KO Gaming and the way that he ran his channel. So, okay, the problem with DSP is, let's go to his channel for a minute, okay. The problem with DSP is, let's say I'm a new person and I'm like, oh, I want to go look at DSP. I want to go see there's this Let's Player. Maybe I saw one of his videos. Oh, here we go. I'll turn up my mic a bit. Then you just, like, the first thing you see is he's uploaded fucking 30 to 40 videos in the last day. I mean, look at this. Look at, like, how do you make any sense out of this bullshit? Like, he's uploaded like 300 videos in the last 2 days. So somebody looks at this and they're just like, fuck it. I don't want to, like, Look at this. I don't know. So you just look at this and you're like, what the fuck? And then you go over and you're like, oh, he has another channel. Oh, look, there's videos that are released maybe one a week, maybe one every couple weeks. There's like editing, and I'm not a big sucker for editing, but okay, like you can at least tell what these are. Okay, there's a playthrough of a game, like an edited version. There's awards. There's reviews. So yeah. But yeah, so DSP's videos are all also 13 minutes each. His fighting game videos, every fight he does is one video. So he will upload like 40 fights a day per one. So it's like this one here is 2 minutes, and he uploaded as its own video. Okay, so anyways, I'm getting off topic. So you go to KO Game and you're like, wow, this doesn't look that bad. So maybe you watch a couple of his videos, and I actually like his reviews. I actually think his reviews aren't that bad. So you watch those and you go, you know what? I kind of like this guy. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna subscribe to DSP Gaming, and I'm gonna like start watching some of his playthroughs. So the purpose of KO Gaming was not to make money per se. I mean, he made some ad revenue about it, but the purpose of KO Gaming was advertising. It was to bring people in. There's something in business called a loss leader. A lot of supermarkets do this, where they'll have a sale or they'll sell a product for below what it costs. A loss leader a lot of stores in Britain have is baked beans. So people will go into the store to buy baked beans for a really low amount of money. And when they're in the store, they're like, oh, I'm in the store, I'm going to buy some other stuff. Or businesses do this all the time. They'll have a day where they have like some really big sale, like McDonald's dollar drink days. The idea is to build brand loyalty, to get people to go to your store, to become familiar with you, so people become aware of who you are. People maybe like start to learn about you, and maybe people start to like you. And that's kind of the idea, what KO Gaming's point should have been. Probably a really good example of this is something that P.T. Barnum did. Was there was a man who was begging for money on the street, so he said, I'll give you $20 or like $5 or a bunch of money in these days if you do a job for me. So P.T. Barnum was hired by the I think it was the Smithsonian. It was a museum to drum up business. So what he did was he paid this man to take a whole bunch of bricks and to like build a little wall outside of the museum, and then he would walk in and he would take the bricks inside the museum and build a wall inside of the galleries. And he'd go back and forth doing this, and people would be like, what the hell is this guy doing? So when he went back inside, people would run after him to go in, and they would have to buy tickets to go into the galleries. So yeah, so they went in and did that, and people went in and they were like, wow, this museum's really cool. There's all kinds of other stuff in there. So that was kind of the point of KO Gaming. It was to bring more people in, because let's face it, DSP is not accessible. People just can't go in. I mean, I'm not some YouTube person, but someone could just come to my channel and go, oh, I like that reactionary review. Oh, okay, like something like that. But Phil isn't like that, because he has this fucking a billion part playthroughs. So that was kind of the idea of KO Gaming. It was to bring new people in. It was to kind of get him a somewhat better reputation. It was to kind of branch out a bit. But Phil doesn't understand that, because he has a business degree. And me explaining that whole thing is because I don't have a business degree. Like, this is just all really basic stuff. Like in any media thing or fundraising thing, the cost of acquisition is always higher than what you bring in. Like it's very often you lose money when you're doing it. It's expensive to acquire new people, but having people who will reliably give you money is worth its weight in gold. So, yeah, that is the what I've been wanting to say for a long time about KO Gaming. So, RIP KO Gaming. I sung the song earlier. The lyrics of it are in the chat. It's overall just I actually liked his reviews. It's too bad, but it is what it is. Nothing he could do. So we're gonna get to today's drama now. So this is just what made me decide to do the video, and we've been here for like an hour or so. Or let's see, is it an hour and a half now? We've been here for a long time listening to me ramble on. So let's take a look at what today's drama is.
Hello everyone, Phil here. Today is Friday, July 7th, 2017. Past 3 days have been really good for me.
Is this only in fucking 320p? Surely there's
Tableau
a better...
helps you see the stories in your data. Share your analysis securely. Your entire organization can access...
Bugged ad mechanics. Okay, good. There we go.
Hello everyone, Phil here. Today is Friday, July 7th, 2017.
Wow, this looks like shit, by the way. I know it just looks like crap because I have this on OBS and I'm like streaming this, but seriously, this fucking looks awful.
Past 3 days have been really good for me. Streaming's been great, everything's been good. Today, horrible stuff happened, all right? But for me to explain the full situation and how you can help, allow me to explain the full picture of what's going on right now, all right?
He's the most honest man on the internet.
Last month, I received a copyright strike against DSP Gaming, my primary YouTube channel, for gameplay and playthroughs and all of that, from Atlas. Now, when I got the copyright strike, I couldn't believe it because the copyright strike was for 2 videos in my Persona 5 playthrough that were not past the publicly posted requirements from Atlas saying don't do this and we won't strike you. I hadn't broken any rules that Atlas had put up for a Persona 5 playthrough. And the videos in question were just me doing something in the game that on a previous blog post Atlas 100% has said was okay to film and release. So it really made absolutely zero sense that this particular playthrough of Persona 5 was getting a copyright strike against it. So at this point when this happened, first of all, YouTube threatened me and said, you know, you're in trouble, obviously, you got to get this cleared up. I contacted my partnership network, Curse, and Curse said, don't worry, we've had lots of people who've had the same issue that you're having right now, and it seems that it is an error that I guess the Japanese division of Atlas, the parent company, versus the American version aren't seeming to communicate well, and because of that, people are getting these copyright strikes. Typically, if you just submit a counter notification, there's no problem. If you submit the counter notification, it'll get cleared up within 2 weeks, and the strike will be removed, and you'll have no problem. Now, in the meantime, I contacted Atlas US, the US company, their PR department, and explained the situation and said, what gives? And they came back to me and said, this does appear to be an error. It does appear to be something that, the Japanese division is doing that doesn't make sense. Therefore, we're going to work to try to get this cleared.
Okay, I have to unfull screen. This is actually giving me a headache.
Now, that was...
Why is this 60 frames per second? It looks like shit.
2 weeks ago, over 2 weeks ago, the last time that I actually talked with Atlas was the 30th of June, so about exactly...
What the fuck is he looking at?
A week ago. I emailed them, because they asked me for the information. They had actually emailed me and said, oh, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go, perfect. So, I actually just got a response from Atlas's PR department. FYI, they said, last that I heard, the copyright strike against DSP Gaming is being worked on, but let me see if I can get an update. Realistically, don't expect an immediate response, but I'll do my best to help you out. Okay? So basically, Atlas admitted this shouldn't have ever happened. It was bogus, and we're going to get it cleared up. Hoping that it will get released sooner rather than later, right? Now, in the meantime, I said, it's business as usual, not a big deal. Let me go ahead and keep going and not have any, not really worry too much about this. It sounds like it was an error, an honest error, and it's going to get cleared up or whatever. No big deal. So I'm still uploading videos to DSP Gaming. I'm still live streaming videos and stuff like that. here on Twitch and having no problems whatsoever. So everything's hunky-dory. If the copyright strike gets cleared up, no problem. And I talked to Curse, my partnership network. They seem to be in the know that these was a false strike, no big deal. So I'd have no negative repercussions with Curse or anything about it, all right? So that's the deal. Now, normally it wouldn't be a big deal, all right? But today, folks, here I am. I'm sitting here, I'm live streaming Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, and all of a sudden, I get 2 emails from YouTube. Each one saying copyright takedown notice, saying in each email that I received a notice. So I got 2 new copyright takedowns today. Anybody say, well, who's it from? Supposedly, these copyright takedown notices are from Rockstar Games. All right? Rockstar Games Inc. That's what it says they're from. Rockstar Games Inc. All right? Now you may say, all right, what it constitutes each one of these copyright strikes? And just to show you, it's legit. Here's the email, one of the emails I just got. All right.
Here, guys, I'm going to show you it.
Right?
I'm going to show you this legal document.
So the first email says, this one is for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Part 1, Bully Scholarship Edition Part 1, and Grand Theft Auto 5 Part 1, all 3 of those from Rockstar Games Inc. All right? The other email, which is the second copyright strike, okay, is for Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories Part 1, Red Dead Redemption, the Redux playthrough Part 1, which I just finished, okay, Grand Theft Auto 4 Part 1, Grand Theft Auto Vice City playthrough Part 1, and Grand Theft Auto 3 playthrough Part 1. Again, all from Rockstar Games, all right? Oh, excuse me, Rockstar Games Inc., it claims. So, because of these 2 copyright strikes that I've now received against DSP Gaming, whether they're legit or not, who knows, DSP Gaming is screwed. Basically, I just got a notice from YouTube saying if you don't get something cleared up within 7 days, DSP Gaming will be shut down, which obviously I don't want to happen. DSP Gaming is my lifeblood. It's my long-running YouTube gameplay channel for 10 years. Excuse me, 7 years. I'm getting confused now. And that's, everyone knows, if you want to see Phil's playthroughs or whatever, you gotta go to DSP Gaming. Now, this isn't to say that I couldn't do the same thing on another channel, okay? So, for example, I have other YouTube channels. I have KO Gaming. KO Gaming is already, you know, a channel that's set up, has ads, it's already partnered with Kurt. So I could do KO Gaming and just do KO Gaming and upload all my gameplay videos to KO Gaming, all right? But I don't want to do that. KO Gaming has way less of a viewer base. Do you really think all the viewers from DSP Gaming are going to migrate over to KO Gaming overnight? No, of course not. And especially people who are watching the ongoing playthroughs now, and they're like, why are there no new videos on DSP Gaming? And I can't even upload a video to DSP Gaming right now at all. I can't. Okay. At all. I cannot upload anything to DSP Gaming. I can't even upload a video that says, here's what's going on, so go to KO Gaming. I can't even do that.
Can't even do it.
I am completely disabled from uploading videos to DSP Gaming right now.
DSP
all right?
Gaming mechanics.
So, this sucks, right? This obviously really sucks. This is a bad situation.
Why would like he do this? Because I mean, he's complained numerous times in the past about that. Like I just don't get it. Like, what is up with this guy? He's complained numerous times about how Rockstar are copyright Nazis. I mean, everybody knows Rockstars are copyright Nazis. But he deliberately, like, did a playthrough of Red Dead Redemption despite knowing that? I don't know. None of this makes any sense.
A shitty situation. I don't know. Here's the deal. I don't know if these strikes are legitimate, and here's why I suspect they're not legitimate. There's a few reasons why I suspect that these copyright strikes are not legitimate, all right? From Rockstar Games, that is. I know the Atlas one was from Atlas Japan, but they're going to get cleared up. I don't suspect these copyright strikes from Rockstar Games are legitimate, and here's the reasons. Number one, I did previously get a copyright strike for a Grand Theft Auto playthrough. Now, that was a long time ago. That was 2010. But when I got that copyright strike, it came from Take-Two Interactive, the publisher of Grand Theft Auto. It did not come from Rockstar Games Inc. In fact, Rockstar Games is the game developer, not the publisher. Therefore, I would be very surprised if a game developer, all right, would issue the copyright strike. For example, Atlas is the publisher of Persona. That's why Atlas issued the copyright strike against me. It doesn't make sense that Rockstar Games would have done this. Okay?
Okay.
So that's really weird. I don't understand that. I don't understand how could it come from them when previously I did get a copyright strike years and years ago, but it came from Take-Two. All right? That's number one. Number two, all right, why is it only against part one of all of the Rockstar playthroughs? If this really was a big thing, a big issue, and Rockstar had issue with me doing all these playthroughs of their games on YouTube, why on earth would it only be part 1? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they have said, oh, strike the whole playthrough and get the whole playthrough taken down? But this seems to be a calculated strike against me, okay? It does seem like a calculated strike against my channels. In addition, all right, it's 2 strikes. Now, wait a minute. Why wasn't it, if it's all Rockstar Games Part 1, why was it 1 strike? It almost seems to me, right, like it was submitted in a method so that they knew it would be 2 strikes against me so that DSP Gaming would be screwed. Right? Doesn't it seem like it? It seems like it's a targeted attack.
It's a
like
targeted
they knew what was going
attack.
on, and they said, "Oh, Phil got that."
It's a controlled demolition, guys. It was a controlled demolition. It was Building 7. It was the fucking
Copyright strike from Atlas. Let's get him now with false strikes and get DSP Gaming screwed over. Right? Doesn't it? Right? It seems to sound like that, right?
Yep.
So here's the deal, folks. Here's the deal.
What is he looking
What can
at?
I do? All right, number one, the one thing I've done, as I told you, I contacted Atlas, because if Atlas could clear up their copyright strike issue quickly, that means I could start uploading to DSP Gaming again. So it won't be an interruption in me uploading videos, which sucks. You know, I had all these videos that I'm getting ready, you know, next week.
Okay, guys, I figured out who did it. Leanna did it. Leanna has his login information, and she was the one who did the false copyright strikes. She did it. It was her and John Rambo working together to destroy it.
I've got scheduled time off. I've got stuff planned now. And it sucks because if I don't take that time off, I'm screwed. And plus, let me just put it this way. There's not much I could do anyway about these copyright strikes, right? So we're going to see what happens here.
I love how I always say there's nothing I can do. But, yeah.
But it sucks because I had all these videos going. Dark Souls 2 right now is going. Crash 3 is continuing. Tonight I was going to do Danganronpa 2. And now I can't upload anything to DSP Gaming. Meaning, essentially, I'm not going to be making any more money on DSP Gaming. Okay?
Oh, sorry, guys. This is completely random. Okay, just a side note. I'm going to be putting up a video. Okay, well, I have people here, so I'm just going to completely disrail this stream. So I had been meaning to do a 3,000 subscriber special where I was going to do a bunch of game giveaways. And I was just waiting for the Humble Bundle to come out this month so I'd have more stuff to give away. So I was just wondering if anybody had any ideas on how to do giveaways. I was going to do a video and say, like, maybe pick my favorite, your favorite video of mine and say why. And I would give out games to, like, people who I thought, whose answers I liked. I don't know. Just if anybody in the stream chat wants to say, like, how I can give them out. I have a whole bunch of games to give out. Like, most notably, I have a copy of Dark Souls 2 and Stellaris and a bunch of others. So if anybody just wants to give me some ideas on how to, like, what I should ask people to do, just because I don't want to give them out at random. But anyway, sorry, back to this. Just think about that. You can either post in the chat or send me a message or something like that. But I'll do that maybe tomorrow.
Until I can get this cleared up. Whatever this fucking issue is. Right? Now, the Atlas thing has already been cleared up. What I'm going to have to do immediately when I finish with this video and stream, I'm going to have to contact Curse again and say, listen, I just got these 2 strikes. This makes no sense. It seems like a calculated troll attempt. It doesn't seem to me legit at all. What can you do to help me? Because I think it's bullshit and we need to get it cleared up, obviously. And I need to find a way to contact Rockstar directly, right? I need to find out what's going on. And I don't know anyone who works, I don't know the PR guy for Rockstar. So if anyone, one of you knows the contact information of, like, the PR line for Rockstar, so I could at least talk to them directly and find out, did you really do this? Is this legit? Or is this, someone impersonating you or whatever, and you two got fooled? That's what I got to find out. Because that's what I did with Atlas, and I got it from the horse's mouth what was really going on. So I need that for Rockstar. Now, in the meantime, all right, there's obviously a few things that I need to do. Number one, as of today, obviously I can't upload to DSP Gaming at all. Am I going to go crazy and start uploading to KO Gaming today? No. What I want to do is play it by ear, and maybe within a day or two, the Atlas strike will get cleared up, and therefore, boom, I can, start uploading again and no problems. All right.
Stop reading the fucking chat, you son of a bitch.
You know.
It's really fucking annoying.
The other thing is, now here's the other thing. I can't upload videos to DSP Gaming, okay? I can't. Because now I got 3 strikes against me. Also, if one of these strikes doesn't get removed within 7 days, that's when YouTube is claiming they're going to actually remove DSP Gaming completely as a YouTube channel. So now what I need to do is contact YouTube and let YouTube know that Atlas is removing this strike. Here's the information from Atlas. So don't shut down DSP Gaming because I have it from the publisher saying, no, they're removing the strike. It wasn't legit. So now I have to try to work with them to convince them that if something doesn't get cleared up within 7 days, that, you know, that I basically have that fixed, okay? But I got all this shit running through my mind, all right? Seriously, so here's the deal. Here's why I'm really kind of panicking, all right? Number one, yeah, my focus right now is Twitch. Absolutely. My focus is 100% live streaming on Twitch and making entertainment streams on Twitch and everything going on Twitch, right? That is what I want to do moving forward. I want to focus on Twitch. But right now, Twitch is not making me enough money to keep paying my bills. It's not. Twitch is not. It's screwed up right now. It's right now it's kind of like 50-50, where the YouTube revenue I'm getting from people watching the YouTube videos paired with the revenue that I'm getting from Twitch is enough now.
What about Patreon? What about your Patreon dollars, Phil? Is how much is that?
For me to pay my bills and afford the new games and do everything I'm doing. So, if I don't get DSP Gaming fixed and I'm getting 0 revenue from YouTube, I am screwed in 2 months. So literally in September, when it's the busiest time for gaming of the year, when everyone's going to want to see me covering the new releases, I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. I don't know how I'm going to buy new games, all right? Because it's a 2-month stagger between the income that you get between YouTube and Twitch, FYI.
Okay, I just like to say, he's a sorry sack of shit if, like, he just can't, like, I don't know, like, maybe it's just I have low time preference or something, but... And I understand my family's fairly well off, but you just really should not. You shouldn't be in this situation where you don't know if you don't get a paycheck, you're gonna lose your house and wind up on the street. All right, like no one should be in this situation. Even like poor people have some sayings. It's like I don't get it. Like. It's bizarre. There's very few people I've ever met in my life who, if they miss one paycheck, they would literally be out on the streets and lose their houses. Like he is claiming, he's lying, of course. He's claiming here that he can't buy games to play to make money if he doesn't get a couple YouTube dollars. Like, you just shouldn't be in this situation. And as it was said in the chat, it's just so fucking stupid. Like, he can just sell his house. He said his house cost about, what, $250,000. And I've been saying this for, like, almost a year now. He said it's gone up 50%. So his house has gone up to... we'll just round and say it's gone up a bit more. So his house is now worth $400,000. So what he could do is he could sell his house. Okay. So, okay, all right. He could sell his house and then he'd have made $150,000. He can pay off this entire mortgage. He can pay off all his credit card debt. He can pay off all his business loans. And he can probably pay off his condo in Connecticut. It would use up all of his profits, but he'd be back to zero. He can then sell his condo, or better yet, hire a fucking property management company and get your property management company to rent out the condo for you and take care of it so it's making income. Because if he were to pay off the mortgage on it, then it's just a pure investment property. It's actually an asset that he would own. And he could just move into a less expensive apartment. And this dude makes a lot of money. This dude makes more money than I do. And I'm not wealthy or anything, but I make, what, like $22 an hour. This guy makes more money in donations, just in donations an hour, than I make at, like, my serious adult job. But no, like, I know people who own property all over the place. Like, there are people who own property on other sides of the country. There are these companies called property management companies. And you own a property, and you get the property management company to manage it. And the property management company will rent it out. They'll take care of the maintenance and everything. And whatever, like, repairs need to be done, they'll take it out of the rent. And they'll also... Yeah, so they'll take it out of the rent, and they will also... just take a nominal fee. It's normally like 10-20% or something. It's not very much money. You occasionally have to pay for some repairs and upgrades, but in general, most people can buy a rental property, buy a mortgage, and at the very least, they'll be breaking even. So the mortgage will be paid down, and they'll be building up equity in the property. A lot of people do this because rental units are, generally speaking, a fairly safe investment because people are going to pay rent and it's not really speculation. But as has been said, people who run businesses and have finance degrees don't think this way.
So this really sucks.
It really sucks.
This really fucking sucks.
It really fucking
And I'm going to ignore all the trolls in the stream chat who are saying ridiculous things because, yeah, there's no quick solution to this. There's no quick fix. There's no solution that's going to fix this problem. What I need right now, the help that I need from you, the viewer, is a few things.
It's muddy.
Number one, if anyone knows a contact at Rockstar, like someone legit, or if you know who the PR department is at Rockstar, I actually know someone who's in the who's in gaming journalism, and I'm going to ask him if he has any contacts for Rockstar's PR department because I really need to get in contact.
And you know what? It's really frustrating looking at this asshole. Because if I made the amount of money that Phil did, I would max out my tax-free savings account. I'd max out my RRSP. I put my money, as I've said, into diversified exchange-traded funds that make about 6 to 8% a year. Yeah, 6%. 6 to 8% a year. That is a good rate of return on investment. Not only does it go up in value, but I also get dividends because I own some dividend funds. So I put it in there. You have tax-free savings accounts in Canada. That means for every year above your 18, you get an additional $5,000 space. So I have probably, I don't know, like $40,000 or $50,000 in my tax-free savings account. And the government of Canada has said whatever money's in your tax-free savings account, you don't have to pay capital gains tax on any of it. So the money I make in there is completely tax-free. So I'd be able to max that out every year. I have all kinds of savings and investments if I got as much cash as this guy made. Also, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind this man probably pays barely any taxes. Every game he buys is a business expense. Every movie if he goes to a movie and he makes a video about it, that's a business expense. Like, I'm going to be honest with you guys. When I go see a movie and I do a reaction review of it, I save the receipt from that and I put it on my business expenses for the end of the year because I do submit income tax statement for what I make on this channel, which is not a ton of money, but part of why I don't have to pay any taxes on it is because I could write off my microphone, I could write off some computer upgrades I've had, that kind of thing. I mean, I can't write it off against my work income, but yeah, just keep it in mind.
With them right away to try to get this cleared up, because if it doesn't get cleared up, I'm completely screwed over. All right,
nothing you can do.
That's number one. What I'm hoping, maybe I'll get in contact with Rockstar, and Rockstar will be like, we didn't do that, this isn't legit, and they'll contact YouTube, and then they'll just get cleared up. That would be nice.
So this whole thing could just disappear.
Oh, excuse me.
It'd be nothing.
Someone is saying they got Rockstar's phone number already, but I don't know if it's true. Okay. If you have Rockstar's phone number, or if you have a PR, if you have a PR contact, like an email or a Twitter, send it to me via email, darksidefil@hotmail.com. Don't post people posting stuff in the stream chat. I'll never see it. All right.
Live intervention. It's just
darksidefil@hotmail.com. Email me the information, and therefore, hopefully, I can get in contact with them today or tomorrow and figure out what on earth is going on and if this is legitimate or not. All right.
Okay, so someone in the chat was saying they asked Phil. They said property managed companies are stupid, but like, okay, so here's what you can do if you're Phil. You can say, okay, property management companies are probably gonna fuck me over, but I'll get some money. So I'll hire a property management company. They may only pay, I may still lose money, but at least I'll be paying down my mortgage a bit and they'll do the bleeding. Like, even if they were fucking him over, it would still be way better than the current situation. So he opts to do nothing instead of taking a chance on, I don't know.
Sound good? That's number one. That's how you can help me. Now, here's the other thing. YouTube obviously is going to be screwed up. I can't upload any videos to DSP Gaming, right? But that doesn't mean that I have to stop streaming. I'm streaming right now is the only way I can make money. And I do want to say thank you to everyone who recently, all right, has been cheering, has been subbing, has been tipping. It's been great. In fact, these past few days have been particularly good because people were anticipating I wasn't going to be live streaming for several days.
Okay, I love how his eyes light up when whenever he mentions money. Like, he just fucking gets aroused. He's like, oh boy, I love my money. I need some more shekels. Send me those bits. And he's just, that's just like what he fucking does.
Yeah, so that being said,
Phil's background noise.
Thank you for that. Things have been good. But now obviously what I'm really going to need from you guys is help so that I can keep doing this. So again, I know I've said it a million times, but thank you for the support. And if you can, when you're watching these live streams, cheering, subbing, tipping, all those things, you know, I now obviously I need them more than ever because it looks like potentially YouTube ad revenue may be going away.
He has an air conditioner.
If I can't get these copyright strikes cleared up off of DSP Gaming, all right? DarkSidePhil@hotmail.com is my email. Someone just asked me, what was it again? DarkSidePhil@hotmail.com, okay?
It's not in the description of the video.
Yeah, and see, Ryan OG just said, oh, we'll take two so you need to contact because they're in charge of copyright. That's my point. That's why I think that this Rockstar Games Inc., these two claims are false. I think that they are false. Someone falsified information. Maybe they had some legit contact information from Rockstar and they fooled YouTube's system. I think they're bullshit. I don't think these are legit at all. And I need to get this cleared up. That's what I mean. That's why I need direct contact information with Rockstar. So Rockstar will contact YouTube and say, no, this isn't fair. This is not true. You know, please clear this up. All right? So,
why is this video
number
half
one,
an hour?
I need contact information for Rockstar. If you guys can provide it, I appreciate it. Number two, if you could support me on streams. I'm streaming. I already was going to stream excessive amounts the next few days. All right. So the good news is I already was planning on doing extra streaming and everything coming up in the next few days. So that's a good thing.
Give me money.
But I need as much support as I possibly can get, man, at this point, because I don't know what's going to happen with DSP Gaming at this point, you know? All right, so this also means, sadly, folks, that some things have to change. So, for example, tonight I was going to stream Danganronpa 2, but Danganronpa 2 was a playthrough I was recording with no stream chat, no interaction, and therefore no one cheering and subbing. I'm sorry, I can't. Now I can't. Tonight, the Danganronpa 2 stream is off. What I'm probably going to do tonight is play more Dark Souls 2. All right, because people are showing up for that, they're participating for that, and that's what I got to keep playing right now to keep people engaged in the streams and participating. I have to play what people are going to be here for. All right.
All right.
Now, don't worry. It doesn't mean that Danganronpa 2 is off the table. I will definitely, you know, at some point complete it, but I have to do what I have to do to keep staying business here.
I think you're behind on
and obviously, I wasn't expecting 2 false copyright strikes to come through the pipeline at all. All right. This is a ridiculous joke. I can't believe that YouTube is still, in 2017, still having problems, all right? I can't believe you could still do false copyright strikes like this. This is a joke, and I firmly believe this is false. Because if this was not false, again, why is it coming from Rockstar Games instead of Take-Two? Why is it only part 1 of every playthrough instead of all of them? Why was it strategically submitted to be 2 copyright strikes against DSP Gaming instead of more? Right? It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Stop looking at the chat. Stop looking at the chat.
Okay.
Stop looking at the chat. Stop looking at the chat. Stop looking at the chat. This is quality content, ladies and gentlemen. This is a professional.
I'm already getting some info. I'm already getting emails.
This is gripping. This is like watching me fiddle with OBS. This is a professional, ladies and gentlemen. This is a man who runs a business.
apparently there's a couple phone numbers that you can call, but they're take two. Again, they're take two. They're not Rockstar. I knew it. I knew it.
This is gripping.
I suspected as much. And already I'm starting to get evidence here that this is false. Okay?
It's fucking conspiracy. Fuck.
Alright. So probably what I've got to do is a lot of work. Which sucks because now I was going to eat dinner and I don't have anything to eat. I was going to go grab like a Subway sandwich or something. And now I
don't have anything to eat. Oh my god. Like,
already I'm starting to get evidence here that this is false. Okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
So probably what I've got to do is a lot of work, which sucks because now I was going to eat dinner and I don't have anything to eat. I was going to go grab like a Subway sandwich or something. And now I got to deal with this probably for the next 2 hours. I will be streaming tonight, folks. I am going to do more Dark Souls 2 tonight, but I can't promise you a time yet. However, I can't upload the DSP Gaming at all. At all. There's nothing I can do. I can't upload the DSP Gaming.
You can't do it. All right.
So, here's the deal.
Okay, I love this I have no food thing. It's like pity me, I don't have any food for my tummy. It makes me sore, pity. Oh, why doesn't he have any food? Like, he doesn't have, like, bread in his house? He can't just go downstairs and, like, make some toast? I mean, he doesn't have any canned goods? He doesn't have any sandwich stuff? I mean, this is weird. Like, does he actually just not have... Does he not have, like, bread and some cheese? Like, I don't know. If I don't have, like actual food, like, I don't know. It's just... I always have, well, I like baked beans a lot. So I like baked beans. So I normally have a couple cans of those all over the place. So, like, if I'm hungry and, like, I can't, like, I don't have time to go make some other stuff, I'll just go down, open a can of some beans and tomato sauce, and I'll eat that. And that's a pretty good meal. It's filling, it's nutritious. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have any pasta. He doesn't have... Like, he doesn't have any, like, dried pasta he could make? He doesn't have any tuna?
I got some work to do. I'm going to try to contact Rockstar. I'm going to try to contact Take-Two. I've got to contact Curse. Alright? And I got to contact YouTube. I've got to do all 4 of those things right now. I got to upload this video because I'm recording this video right now. I'm going to upload this to the King of Hate vlog so people can watch it on YouTube and understand what's going on. In addition to all of that, tonight I will be streaming again. I'll post up what time I'm streaming. It's going to probably be like normal at 7:30. I doubt I'm going to be able to do all this shit and then eat and get everything done for 7:30. But I will be streaming more Dark Souls 2 tonight and tomorrow and Sunday. And please, people who are coming out for those streams, if you can continue to support me like you've been doing, or even go a little bit better, that would help. Because right now it looks like I'm going to be getting 0 ad revenue from YouTube until this can get cleared up.
Okay, this is too fucking boring. Okay, we're going to watch like a couple other videos. Let's see. Where's the noodle one that he fails at? This is how you don't try at cup noodles. It's too long. So, in honor of me going to go and be doing a giveaway soon, we're gonna watch the my all-time favorite DSP.
Alright, what is up everybody? Darkside Phil here, and welcome to the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway of 2013. Alright, the very first item I'm giving away is Deus Ex Human Revolution's Collector's Edition content. So let me show you what exactly that is. It's Deus Ex Human Revolution Collector's Edition. Comes with this very nifty collector's box on the inside. Comes with a few things. First of all, Collector's Edition packaging. As you open that up, you're going to see The game's gone because I traded it in years ago, but it does have the second bonus disc that probably has the behind-the-scenes content and stuff like that. Okay. How much would you like to have that autographed by me? Pretty cool, right? And welcome to week 2 of the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway for 2013. I'd be more than willing to sign to you, Sex. However, I looked inside of it, and it looks like it's all dark, like everything's black. So it probably makes more sense to have me maybe sign a few business cards and stuff. So, Felix, when I contact you, please respond back and let me know if you want me to include some signed business cards with this. Hello, everybody. DSP and Pandali here. And welcome to the Week 3 drawing and the Week 2 announcement of the winner for the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway of 2013.
And if it is shitty, it's your fault.
It's my fault. Ladies and gentlemen, this week we will be giving away Dark Freaking Souls. Now, keep in mind, I want to clarify, this is not the game. The game I actually traded in several months ago. Because obviously this is a game that will live in infamy when it comes to my playthrough of it. You know, I played it, I made an honest college try to beat the game by my own. I couldn't do it. I was too annoyed by the game. Came back 2 years later and on a live stream, you know, cooperatively with other fans and viewers, went through it and did finally beat it. Of course, there's always the whiners who are going to complain about the way that I did it. All right, everybody, DSP.
So, like, who buys collector's editions and then trades the game in? So he literally bought, like, collector's editions of all this
Here, what is up?
Traded
It's time for the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway yet again. We're going to pick the Week 6 winner for the Puppeteer on PS3, and then we're going to actually pick what's going to be the next giveaway. Mass Effect 3 Collector's Edition, but the game is not in it. So to warn everyone, just to show you for full disclosure, no game. However, you get this really cool steelbook case. What is up, everyone? Darkside Phil here, and welcome to Week 9 of the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway. Alright, well, it's not a very good one, I'll admit. Nino Cooney, Wrath of the White Witch, came with a really unique and awesome steelbook case. Look at this, full anime drawing artwork, metallic. On the back there's more. And on the inside it's fully animated. See that fully decorated with artwork from the game. I already traded in the game. Okay, what is up, everyone? Darkside Phil here, and welcome to Week 11, Halo 4's Collector's Edition content. Okay? This one is unfortunately not good. I did redeem the other Collector's Edition content. This stuff I already redeemed, so that's no good, but look at the card, and
he fucking redeemed it. That's amazing. He fucking redeemed it.
Look at the case right here. Let me see. Unfortunately, I traded the game in, but you get this Collector's Edition Halo 4 Steelbook case as well. Right. I'm going to be doing the biggest giveaway ever that I've ever done, and you won't believe what it is when I finally tell you what it is. Starting in January, and there's going to be eligibility both on YouTube and on streaming. I'm going to be honest, people on the stream are going to have a little bit more priority if they're a paid subscriber, okay? Because basically everyone's going to be able to enter on the full server. The biggest giveaway ever is coming in 2014, let's put it that way. But we've got next week, we'll pick the winner of this week, and then one more week where we're going to draw a new game. So, wow, we are just moving full speed ahead with the Hardcore Gaming Season giveaway. Thank you for...
Okay, fine. People wanted Axe Body Wash, so we're going to watch the Axe Body Wash one.
DSP tries it.
This is DSP, and I'm using the new Axe Body... That's not it. What the hell's that shit? I'm using the new Axe Body Detailer to try to take a shower here. I'm trying to not get too much water outside of the shower, which is not a DCP. I'm also using... Oh, that's the Axe Body Detailer right there. I'm also using Axe Skin Contact Body Wash, which apparently is supposed to have small particles which you use in your body showers to clean your body. Let's see what happens here. Alright. Working up the lather in the shower. Oh shit. That's a lot of water. Shit. Try not to get too much water outside of the shower, but you know. Alright, how about the balls, huh? Ah, yeah. Use the detailer to wash your balls. Yeah. Scrub the balls. Oh! I use the detailer inside to wash off. Oh! My God. Oh! You don't want to use the detailer inside to wash your balls. Oh! Oh, that hurts.
try to wash my legs, but that's not going to happen. I'm not getting too much water everywhere, so you know.
Who showers?
Alright, the Axe Body Detailer is not too bad. It works. It washes your body. Your hairy ass, disgusting Italian body. But, yeah, the detailer is not too much. You wouldn't want to put that on your balls. That hurts a lot. But, yeah, you just rub this all over your body, you wash it. What can I say? It works. That's a Harlem mio. I wash my body. You watching me wash my body. Okay. Ow. Damn, it hurts, but it feels so good. No, really, it hurts, but it scrapes the dead skin off of your body, so it actually feels pretty good. See? Scraping my arm. Ow, ow, ow. Now I'll wash my back. Oh, you'll love this. Yes.
Oh, happy birthday.
All the fags and women who've tuned in this long, you'll love this one. Look at the disgustingly hairy back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Ew.
Pornographic. Shitty titty fuck. Oops. So what do I think of the Axe Detailer? Groovy. What do I think of the Axe Detailer? Groovy.
DSP tries it.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I think that lends off this stream. I'd just like to say happy birthday, Saber. Everybody else, I hope you enjoyed that. That's been a DSP update for the month of June. Have a good weekend, everybody.